All right, it's recording. Um, Welcome to Saturday. Will be a drive-in Saturday tonight at 6 p.m. Yeah, I'm making some progress on page 13. I think that might be it for the Stardust figure. Let's go ahead and try and do this. All right, we'll have to see. Um, so what's going on here is we have Hondo doing this tail slap. And what I think I really need is a reference. So we want to make these two figures match up. Like this figure has to be very clearly the same figure. Let's do a JPEG, save image. The same figure in the next page. So let's grab it. Canvas, reference, image, import. And there it is. So if we're doing this guy, you can see he's got two horns. I think I got him wrong. It's got this wide expanse, this flat area. And this sort of flat nose. I originally envisioned him, this monster, as a sort of like a Tyrannosaurus with wings. And I thought it would be funny to make the wings really tiny. Just like kind of useless wings. But one thing about those nostrils, they're way high up. It's like way up here. Okay. Then there's like, if you look closely at this, we've got these sort of, these areas in the back. And then there's, it's not real clear, but I was thinking that he would have these other horns in the middle, right? Eyes should be a bit smaller. Oh, that's good. Okay. Then for the shoulder areas, well, let's do the whole figure first. he's more or less humanoid. He's got this big tail, but he's more or less humanoid. The other arm hidden from view because he's doing this kind of twisting motion. But I think I made his wings just a little bit too big. They're kind of small. Well, no, they're the right size. Something like that. I have to get busy on another. I turned in the one character sheet. It got done. So it was all inked. I have another one to do. I have two more to do, actually. These are like kind of like bonus rewards for the Kickstarter, the character sheets. And, in order to get, to get way out ahead of like printing schedules and everything and have maybe the backers receive them before the actual product is finished, the full zine, they can get the character sheets as like postcards. Um, PDFs or whatever else. All right, let's take a look at these feet. The feet are big. And the feet are crucial because this is going to show the twist of the body. Like if you have the toes pointing this way, it shows that the tail has moved this way. So that's part of our movement. And the way you draw the digitigrade is you have to have a knee, but it's very subtle. And then you have this digitigrade. You can see I'm not even going off my pencils anymore. And I think, oops, I lost my eraser. All right, how do these toes go? They have big claws. Then we can kind of hatch. So the way hatching works, I'm going to do it in pencil first just to show you. You're kind of trying to imagine that there's a shape on the muscle, that you're a three-dimensional shape that you're trying to um, define for the reader somehow, right? So here's some three-dimensional shapes. Now you're not actually drawing those shapes. You're actually just going to try and figure out how you would shade them without drawing the holding line. At least that's how I kind of understand it. Now you might be a really good inker and you go, nah, that's not how it's done. Which, if so, I defer to you. That's my understanding of it. And we can really enhance this too by also there's going to be shadow underneath. He's trampling on grass because he's big. And let's do this tail. Here's the tail. Oops. It's a big tail. And remember, if we see him moving like this, then the tail is kind of, you should see almost like the underside of the tail because of our point of view. We're far away. We're far enough away that this is stardust getting knocked back towards us, and it has these spines on the tail. And we can do the motion lines right through these two figures, which is what we don't want to do. So we want to be careful with that. Also, I have this root right in the foreground from before. I think we could still put it in there, but we won't do like a foreground root. We'll just do like maybe a tree or something that's out here. And we've got a skyline to do. I mean, our foreground is taken care of by this guy. This is our foreground. And the small figures we're going to leave to last. All right, here's the other thing. Shoulders. All right, so the shoulders have this kind of armored texture. Goes about 4 rows deep. Well, it goes down to about, I don't know, mid-shoulder right here. It goes about 2 deep on the chest here. It doesn't seem to affect the head much, so we're going to break the head off a little bit. We're going to use some shading underneath. And I'm going to, like, imagine these spikes as being sort of triangle shaped, so they have one facet that's kind of in shade. Oops, this one right here. And pull the pencil off and see what you missed. Oh, he's got the same armored on the wrists and so on, so we want to make sure we catch that. Goes about that far up. Does this creature look the same as this creature? I think it does. I think we're getting there. Okay, same deal as before, but we're going to put some shade. For Hondo, this is full kaiju. That's the joke I was making. That was the joke in Guardians of the Galaxy, and I didn't catch it till I saw a clip of it when they go to Guardians of the Galaxy 3, when they go to the High Evolutionary's planet where he's got all the Animen, and initially they're somewhat threatening, and Nebula says, "Groot, go full kaiju," because Groot, was originally a kaiju monster from one of the 1950s Marvel monster comics. Although we wouldn't call it a kaiju. But that's the name that's kind of popped up. I think Tom Scioli kind of came up with this um, terminology, he calls them the Kirby Kaiju, and that's where Groot comes from. And she says, "Groot full Kaiju," and Star Lord's like, "No, no, go full Kaiju." And Groot grows to an immense size and um, sticks his tongue out and tries to scare everybody. If you remember that part, but it's really kind of fake. You can see he's kind of like growing behind, like he's hollow inside. He grows really big, but it's really kind of puffed up, like pufferfish kind of thing. And all the panda people and whatever's run away. Kirby Kaiju. Yes, even Groot was a Kirby creation. Captain America, Fantastic Four. Just about everything was Kirby. Or Ditko, one of the two. Alright. We're going to use a heavier line down here on this bottom side because it's the side facing the ground, so that's not getting as much light. You can make a couple arguments that I should make it all completely black, but I won't listen. Alright, let's see. How about this one? Oh, I have, it shows me with some shading on the face, like right around here. And that makes sense. I think it's okay to leave that motion line outside the barrier, outside the boundaries, outside the margins, just so you know that I'm being consistent. In most cases, I do not do that. And here's what it would look like if I didn't do it. Oh, that's okay. Let's do that. Look, if you don't have to do it, don't do it. Save that. Save that for the big moments. Got it. Oh, there should be. So here's where we're going to get into this realm of difficulty. The monument is right here. And I don't even think I penciled it in. So let's go ahead and leave the monument in there. Um, Speaking of the monument, do I have one of the monument? The answer is I may not. All right, well, let's go grab the monument too. So one of the things I have to do is make sure all this scenery. Oh, there's a tree right over there too, so we can put that tree in. So done. Save the photos. Well, the tree's disappeared by here. Maybe that's part of the tree right there. Or maybe the tree's back. Well, maybe we'll put a tree back behind. But um, import. And there's our monument. And then we get this wolf. The wolf. Do we trace it? No, we do not. It's not very important in the scene, so we're using these thin lines. And hopefully that gives the readers a subtle clue that the monument's there, but it's not really a focal point of the action right now. We can even change the angle somewhat to make it somewhat more facing forward. I'll leave it kind of indistinct by just shading it out, but lightly. Now we're gonna have to halo the foreground figure so that we understand how it's not really part of it. So we do that by an erased line all the way around to make sure that nothing is touching. And this will give us the effect we want, that Stardust is way out distant from that monument. Yeah. So that worked out pretty good. We're going to call that a problem solved. What else is on this thing? What has? I don't have the wording of this, but there's some kind of epic poem about Lycaon and the events that transpired where Zeus transformed Lycaon into a werewolf here. And this um, area is now the home of the werewolf tribes or whatever. Okay. We're getting somewhere. This is one of those panels that's gonna take me a couple of days. Because man, I'm ready to go down and fix it. And I still gotta do these two middle figures here. I still gotta do a sound effect of Hondo roaring triumphantly. Let's take a look. Is it starting to come together? I think it is. So once we get those other two figures in there, we're going to have us a panel. All right. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more comics every day. This is where the obsession comes from. Hopefully that doesn't interfere with the two figures today. Nope, no, we're good. So we can see that he does like this tail slap and just whacks him. It's whack. This is not looking super reliable just yet, but this has got to be that tree. We could see maybe it's knocking the tree over even. In the corner. All right. This is stone, it's not reflective, so we're gonna put some stipple marks on it. All right, we have the start of something good. Who'd have thought we would have got there when we saw how messy the original pencil was, right? All right, please like, follow, and subscribe. There will be more comics every day. Talk to you later.